Hey guys, Crunchy Gaming here, bringing you the latest mods for Skyrim Remastered, Skyrim Special Edition, or just plain old Skyrim, depending on what you want to call it, all for the PlayStation 4. For those who watch the Fallout 4 videos as well as all the others, I do want to apologise if you were tuning in to Fallout and you missed it yesterday. They are being uploaded as I speak, including the Creation Club mods for Fallout 4 as well. There are no new deals, should I say, on the Skyrim ones. So that's why there won't be a Creation Club. I'm not going to put a video out just for the sake of basically the sake of it. Also, the reason it was delayed yesterday, as if you tune into the Fallout ones, you'll actually know, and if you haven't, if you didn't actually know, that's the reason I'm going over this again. I had to have a bit of like a medical procedure yesterday because I've been having like a lot of nasal issues. So they had to shove like a little camera up the nose into the throat, and it was most unpleasant. And the doctor was a bit brutal with it, to say the least, and it scarred the inside of the throat a little bit. So I'm severely diminished a little bit in terms of how much I can actually talk at that moment. Yesterday I pretty much couldn't say a single thing without it just being whispered. Today I've got my voice back a little bit, but it still hurts to actually talk. So rather than skip a week on doing these, which as stupid as it sounds, I feel like because I'm a lower channel compared to some of these other ones, I can't afford to basically miss out. I want to produce the videos anyways, but unfortunately the downside to that is I am going to have to go through these pretty quickly because the length at which I can talk is not great at the moment. So like I said on the Fallout videos, if there are any of these mods that you want to see in a little bit more information, like me to bring up the dash menu, leave a comment in the comment section with the mod name, and I'll try and fit it in on next week's video, because obviously next week I'll be doing one of the categories like animals and so on and so forth. One other thing I will say, don't be confused by this mod that is on the most favorited today's. It's a magic mod. It's not the outfit or anything to do with what the character looks like. That's a picture port from the Xbox version or the PC, more than likely the Xbox version. As you probably know, us PlayStation 4 users can't have anything that quality, at least at that moment anyway. So yeah, it seems to be a growing trend at the moment for the uploaders to use images from a version of the game that we can't possibly have, just to try and confuse us and get us to actually download bash mods. Pretty unfair, but very crafty as well. Anyway, going on into the latest mods. Can't believe we're up to issue 41 already. Seems like only yesterday I started these. Anyway, relocate NPC sample house. As I said, my voice is going pretty rapidly, so I'm gonna have to go through these pretty quick, and I do apologize. I'm very sorry. So yeah, relocate NPC sample house. Added survival mode Creation Club compatibility as well. So if you have got that, this will work with it, and it's a nice little play at home. And I can't really see much in the way of I think it's just called the Elder's Blood Cottage. This house is a sample house for the mod Relocate NPC on New Home by the same author, and I can't really see much else on there that's worth saying. The Warrior After Death, the new version test mod. Okay. The Gardens of Whiterun compatibility edition. The Argonel's mod no perks. Druids is in with the latest. Okay. The Gardens of Whiterun, Strange Magic. As I said, this is the one before I was on about, which don't get confused by the picture. This one has nothing to do with the image or the clothing that is shown in any of those mods. It's basically, the latest update does say it brings new textures for armors and weapons, but I highly doubt you'll get those robes unless I'm very much mistaken. It says here though that the following armor have new textures given to them and new appearances: Black Daedric armor, Crown of Hermanus, the Azura's sandals, robe of the Dread King, Vile robes, and Hyacinth's robes as well. All arenas have been fully nav meshed as well. Reset barter prices, left hand rings loot, the curse, Asterius' dragon priest mask, alternative staff are something or other. Sorry, I don't have the patience today as much as I normally do. Holaf's experimental weapons, Soul Rim. Most of these mods you will have come across on my past videos where I did go into them, Soul Rim being one of them. Teos, the art of smithing, the smelt down update. Dreamweaver excursions, I've been over this lengthy at some time. It is a very worthwhile mod that I will be showcasing at some point when I do my full playthrough. Now the Fallout modded gameplay is actually finished. In terms of doing all the story content stuff, I still will go back to it to showcase any mods or any quest mods as they come out. But in terms of mod gameplay, the Fallout stuff has, in terms of recording, this is where it gets confusing. In terms of what I've recorded, it's come to like an end. I will be doing the mods on top of that though, and any mod showcases which will fit in the same modded gameplay playlist. But this is why I get for trying to do this whilst my head's elsewhere. Yeah, basically, in terms of Fallout recording, what I've recorded, that's done. In terms of what's still to be uploaded for you to see, you've still got Manuka World and everything else is still to actually come, as well as all the miscellaneous missions and stuff that you get normally. Same, but once all that is uploaded, the Skyrim stuff will begin, and I've already recorded the opening right from basically where you arrive on the cart, the titles come up, and then I make the character, I go through the opening, and the footage that I've recorded ends when I first enter Helgen Keep. Because for me personally, anything I'm going to use from that point on, unless they eventually come out with something that makes your characters look better, which I doubt, for the PlayStation 4, then I'm not going to restart unless something like that happens. So any mods I use from this point onwards will be from Helgen Keeper. Right, anyway, Dreamweaver Ports of Call, a companion mod for these two. These two are fantastic by the same authors. Treehawk, Micah Ghost, and I can't remember the other guy, Kion49. Yeah. In-game guides to using mods, Lakeview Manor Kitchen, Skin Ripper's Ultimate Advantage with Merchant. Do not use any previous games, you will lose all your items already in the inventory. Okay, nice warning. This looks like it's right outside of Whiterun as well. Project X mods, unofficial DLC, armor and weapon loot. Rebone, playable skeleton race. In-game guys, okay, Japanese version, no kill moves. Game speed improver. Increased population. You sold Spell Merchant. Someone's finally come up with a thing to make her a bit more useful. Sun's Armor, if you're looking for a Conan kind of style. Mage Gloves. This, by the way, will be completely useless if you're using the survival mod because you'll be instantly cold. Ultimate Test Room, Followers Marin Chan pack. Follower pack, sorry. Recolor Replacement pack. Recolor Craftable pack, Mike's Amulet, Ryan's Ring, Kerlock's Cavern, Marin Chan pack again, follower, another Marin Chan pack, another Marin Chan pack. Oh, this is the English version, okay. English not good, follower is in the Frost Inn, follower can sing and get married. Followers, sorry. Yeah, so if you're looking for any of these to be your follower, then there you go. You can also probably set them as the bard for your house as well, but although I'm not sure you can actually do that. No, so you could probably set them as a steward then, not the bard. The bards are pretty much unchoosable, unfortunately. Man those borders, Justice City excursions, Calf Waston, like the silver flow. Okay. Actually, it does look a little bit nicer than what it does normally as a little ghost town. So yeah, this is a Calf Wasteland clear up. Elizabeth's Town, Azura Shrine, TLS, useful unarmed, PlayStation 4, cheat starts and friendly enemies, survival restored. Okay, this one might be worth it for people who have actually downloaded. This mod restores cut content not used in survival mode to make it a more deep and interesting experience you require in and no other. List of restored content includes food with hunger effects, skooma small, meat small, flynn small, bear meat small, cooked food, dog meat, roasts, clam meat cooked, and so on and so forth. Okay, so just a bunch of different foods that add different restore rates to your needs. Borderlands of Skyrim, yet again in the latest for some reason. Okay, the Imperials opened the gates, and okay, there's no new details on this. It's basically the same information that you've seen on past videos, so I won't go through it again. Patron, realistic inn and carriages. Expensive, sorry. Inns and carriages. Nordic bear helmet. Can't really see that one. Anti-gravity spell, pretty much a fun one. Anti-gravity spell, yeah. Followers again, more followers. Obsidian weather and lighting. Improved messages, sorry, personal thoughts. This small and simple mod changes the messages you see while performing certain actions or experience various effects from the generic third person to a more immersive first person. This mod includes messages for survival mode too, but survival mode is not required for this mod to work. Here are a few examples. Old, you awaken and feel rested, and the new version will be a warm bed and a good night's sleep is nothing better. Old version, you feel warm. New version, I feel cozy. Old version, blessing of Talos added, I feel Talos blessing upon me. Old version, this person is busy, if they seem busy I should try again when they're available. Quest item cannot be removed from your inventory, this is too important for me to let go of right now. All diseases cured, I feel cured of any diseases. This ore vein is depleted. Looks like this ore vein has been depleted, to name a few. The Lord Order of this thing shouldn't really matter at all. So actually that's pretty good. I'm going to put that one in. Or at least put it into the trials. Anyway, abandoned camp, player home. Urge to the Witchblade. Improved sounds, survival mode additions. It basically adds a bunch of clothing which gives you the warmth requirements you'll need. No grunts, PlayStation 4. Breeze Home, Marin-chan arrangements. Player's bow. TLS sound overhaul. Sorry, voice going out. Multiple follower system. Armor loot. The Lone Ranger of Skyrim. Archers of Skyrim. The Madness of Skyrim. God mode. Royal Nord race. We're going into ones that we've covered in the past here. So it looks like the older ones are out. And my daughter's house just blew over outside. If that noise got picked up, we are experiencing here in the UK up to 80 miles an hour winds at that moment. So anything that isn't tied down out in the back garden is getting like thrown around like it was paper. Books and bugs. Charts, something or other. Strange magic creatures of the night, night edition. Strange magic Daedric Prince. Hang on, what's this? Daedric Prince edition. Okay, so this basically makes them be your followers. You know, I'm trying to think what they were called then. Nocturnal. It basically makes Nocturnal and Sheogorath and so on and so forth into followers. Strange Magic Dragon Edition, Strange Magic Beast Edition, Forest of Skyrim, Whiterun Player Home, Hold Capitals for Dawnstar, Stormcloak Officer Buff and Fix, Vampiric Eyes. Okay, we're definitely getting into the older mods here now. Wabberjack the Spell, Dippy's Starter, Fulgrim, a Weather Overhaul. Assassins Need Parkour Project, definitely getting into the older ones. Skyrim for Arachnophobes. Troll Skull Light Edition. Immersive Conjure Spells, Armoured Clothes, Subtle Supernatural Reactions. Intriguing. Sometimes the people of Skyrim notice your supernatural state and comment on it all the time. This mod prevents NPCs and guards from commenting on your status as a werewolf or a vampire. If you're a vampire, you won't hear about your hungry eyes or skin being pale as snow, and werewolves won't be suspicious to jeers about having just walked their hounds or hair growing out of their ears. Okay. Riverwood Smelter, adds a smelter into Riverwood. If you remember, there is none. Vampire Lord enemies. This basically makes vampire that instead of just going up against normal vampires, you'll actually have vampire lords to go against in place of just the boss vampire, who would basically look like all the others, just with richer clothes. Fast travel from interiors. Mountain View Lodge. Recover Dracula's treasure, little quest, mini quest mod. Obviously there'll be restrictions based on the assets, and that's pretty much it. Again, I do apologize for doing pretty much a speed run on those. It's pretty much the case, but like I said at the start, I didn't want to not put a video out for you guys, and at least this way you can see what's out there if you didn't want to bother checking the actual mods, because I know sometimes I'm that way myself. When I first boot up the game, I don't want to be searching through all the actual mods. It's kind of handy sometimes just to have a quick heads up as to what is out there, if there is anything worthwhile to check out. So hopefully I've still been able to actually help out with some possible ideas or inspiration for things you might want. If there's nothing there, then fair be it. And hopefully by next week I can get my voice back to the point where I can actually talk normally and for a bit longer than what I can without necessarily having to grab my throat, because it's absolutely in agony like it is right now. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for your patience and understanding. If you are cursing me for this, then I'm sorry, but tough. So yeah, thank you very much. Please don't forget, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you next week, and we'll be doing one of the category mods as well. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment if there are any of the mods you wanted me to feature before the start of the next video. I'll make a list of them and I'll come back through the list and open them up like I just did down, to give you like a better understanding of what the mod entails, because I know there was quite a few here that I had to skip over just because I could feel myself starting to lose my voice again. So yeah, I'm going to go and chuck a bunch of ice cubes down my throat, and hopefully that will sort it out for the next hour. See you later guys, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.